Oh boy.
Hello. Today you shall hear a little bit of fake excitement from me, but I promise it's still a little real. Happy Thirsty Thursday, everyone. Pardon me while I enjoy an extra big glass of grape juice tonight because feelings are high. How are you guys feeling today on this Thursday?
Grape juicy. Feeling a little
There we
grape
go.
juicy.
I feel like you. This Thursday of morning. Yeah, that's how I feel.
There we go. I like that. Well, anyways, let me get back to the routine here. So you guys know who we are and who you're talking to. If you're new here, we are the Star We Are. I am Slam and Sammy.
I am Landry's legend.
I am some kind of way right now, but my name is Jimmy J right now, and I don't know what to say right now except for welcome to the podcast. It's the Star We Are. We are here. Normally scheduled, we would have your guy Nick's on today. There goes a light falling. Everything's falling apart. It seems not really. Jimmy's going to bring the bright side of things today. I'm going to keep the positive energy while everybody sulks and is in misery over Micah, the Micah misery. But we would normally have a rundown and a kickoff. We don't. We will, however, to tell you that if you feel like the Cowboys need a revolution, all you have to do is go check out Cowboy Revolution Apparel Company.
We can kick it off.
Oh, we can. Okay.
Yeah.
We will
the kickoff.
Oh, butter. Beautiful.
There we go. Okay.
There you go. Promo code TSWA. Tell them.
Yeah. Cowboy Revolution Apparel Company. If we need a revolution right now, if you want to revolt, if you want to wear your Cowboys hat, but not necessarily your Dallas Cowboys hat, this company has got you. They've also got really other cool gear. Their camo stuff is really fire. Obviously, you know, we're brand ambassador for them. And so if you use code TSWA, you will get 15% off every single thing you order. And I believe you can combo that with any current promo code that they have running. So then you get like more percentage off. So go do that. Go get you some gear. Very cool Cowboys stuff. Just not Dallas Cowboys. And you might be just mad enough to take your Dallas Cowboys gear off today. So check that out.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I got mine on.
So we're gonna run the intro like normal, Landry, before we get to talking about this. Welcome to the show,
we
guys.
go.
Let's go.
I'm a fan of the Star We Are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to The Star We Are.
Hi, this is Jane Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on. This is The Star We Are, live.
Live and on fire.
I can always count on that to cheer me up.
It does. It's
every time.
All right, we got to add Jess to it.
I'm gonna jump right into the main here because I want to get a chat up here. I see Sean Brooks. I think was the first chat here. Not a Cowboys fan, just here for moral support for Sam.
Love it.
Oh, she's going through it.
That's how you fan responsibly.
Yeah, my emotions are very high right now. It sucks to be a softie and a football fan. Like, that's not made to be a combination, just so you know.
And the optimism from Aaron Loves Wrestling. I still got Dallas going 12-5 and the NFC champs.
That deserves a big heart too, because that is faithful delusion.
And of course, I believe our faithful number one fan Micah is in the building saying, "Howdy, howdy, howdy." So howdy to you, sir. Thank you for being with us as always.
Poor guy with the name like Micah. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the Star We Are knows that we've always got a Micah with us, regardless of whether Micah Parsons is traded. We got a Micah Pulled in the chat, and he is with us. He is there. So, and it's an MP. Imagine the initials are MP.
I don't know if that makes me happy or breaks my heart.
I know. You're gonna have to leave the chat, sir. No.
y'all are trying to avoid the inevitable. What are we doing here? Look at this. Where's my? Do I have a full?
He said, "Look at this."
I know. Do I have a full overlay? You can't. I guess you can't quite see it. Well, anyways, it's my nameplate holder currently, right? You guys seen it before?
Oh yeah.
That was current. It was just what was holding my nameplate just now. I guess it's not all the way in the frame. I'm not doing anything with it. Micro rules.
That's what I was to say. I don't people get rid of jerseys and stuff like D-Law. I mean, his situation was a little more dirty, I understand, but I don't have it in my heart. I don't think I can do it. I still might even wear it.
You know what? Before we get all the way into this, I guess I skipped over. We need to. We're going to do the news that people know, but we're going to do it formally, and then we'll get into this. So Sam says it all.
Here we go. Wow, Jimmy, you look great. I'm just
You
kidding.
think so? I appreciate it. Y'all don't look too bad yourselves, trust me.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Back to business here. Let me get my notes up. As we all know, had have crazy emotions about within the last couple hours, Micah Parsons got traded to the Green Bay Packers. Um, wow, that gag made me want to gag. Don't
Wait,
do
that
that.
happened? Hold on. That's what we're here to talk about?
Oh,
We traded
didn't you
Micah?
know? Oh God, if you are anything on the internet, oh, you cannot not see it. My phone went off like 6 times
No,
in a row, and I was like,
there's birds outside chirping it. It's not just on the internet.
yeah,
Everybody's
it's
talking about it.
everywhere. But okay, so let's talk deal, let's talk money, let's talk blah blah blah, this stuff that I don't want to talk about because I'm depressed. But you got to spit the facts. Micah Parsons was a 4-time Pro Bowl edge rusher, and he agreed to a 4-year, $188 million deal with Green Bay with $120 million guaranteed. That does make him the highest non-paid quarterback. I believe I read above Jamar Chase, which I thought his deal was crazy. So just to hear that is wild. In exchange, we receive 2 first-round picks. My very intelligent self thought they were both for 2026. So when I found out that one was in 2026 and one was in 27, I was in for it. And then we got in the trade a 30-year-old superstar who had his worst season last year, Kenny Clark. Now, I'm not counting on him having his worst season last year. Must mean he has to come up from here. And if I learned anything from Jimmy, hopefully he'll catch the Eber flu and have a phenomenal season under the care of him. When I was looking this up, man, we were all conflicted. It was Micah's fault at first. I mean, it was Jerry's fault at first, and then it was Micah's fault, and now it's his agent's fault, and now it's just kind of whoa emotions. But in some quotes I've read, Micah Parsons said, and this is word for word, it said, "I never wanted this chapter to end, but not everything was in my control," he said in a statement. This is so sad. "My heart has always been here, and it still is," Parsons said. "Through it all, I never made any demands. I never asked for anything more than fairness. I only asked that the person I trust to negotiate my contract be a part of the process. This is a sad day, but not a bitter one." I digress. "I'll never forget the joy of draft night, the adrenaline of running out of the tunnel, or the brotherhood I shared with my teammates. My heart breaks for Diggs, especially. Coaches and staff who prepared me for every single game. Those memories are mine forever." And I feel like a lot of people were like, he was done with Dallas. And I feel like he had every reason to feel the way he did. But I knew, like, there's no way he gave up on everybody. Like, it had to be Jerry Jones in the front office and the ones that weren't allowing him to stay here for the price he wanted. And I get it, business, whatever. I'm not good at business, so... But rumors are going around. I had to add this because I thought it was comical. Rumors are going around already that we trade Micah Parsons in order to tank to get Arch Manning. Ta-da! There you go. The Twitter pros are on it already.
I know that Des Bryant's posted it
Phenomenal.
already. But Des Bryant said, "Mark my words,
He
that
said, "I knew we were taking-"
Arch Manning's a Dallas Cowboy."
No! I feel bad now that Des said it. I didn't see Des say it, so now I feel bad for talking junk because I love Des. But no, I'm pretty sure I heard that Arch is only a junior this year. He plans to stay through Texas through 2026, as far as I'm aware. So why would we? That's not.
Well, there's
I don't know. That's not logical, but
there's a
it
lot
might
to
be.
unpack there.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go then? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna include Jerry's deal in there, but it don't matter because the agent wasn't there. But it was like, I had the exact numbers. I hope I screenshotted it.
Wait,
It was
you had the numbers on Jerry's deal? Yeah, I want to hear that.
It was supposed to be. Let me see. Hold on. Let me pull it up real quick. I had it, but
one of the things that shocked me, and we'll obviously unpack it, is just the 2 firsts. No, like even 3rd or 4th or 5th or like anything else. Just a player in 2 firsts. That's basically what they got for Khalil Mack years ago.
Right. Okay, let me see. Okay, so this is the 4-year 188. He gets 136 guaranteed, 136 in total guarantees, 120 fully guaranteed, and 62 in the first year. Where is it? Come on. He better. Okay, so Jerry Jones tried to negotiate a 5-year, $202.5 million deal, and that's what he negotiated without the agent involved. They didn't have, but what the source says, so it's Ari Myrov. Oh God, I probably killed
Yeah.
that. But he said, "Here's what you need to know: the 5-year structure would have kept Dallas in control of Parsons for the next 6 seasons. Something agents strongly advise against, since it makes it very difficult to secure another big contract later
Yep.
in a career."
Yeah.
While that would have been mean green and
Ooh.
fine for me, I understand
tough.
the agent
It's
side of
just
things
washing
too.
over me right now,
All right.
moment by moment.
That is the news of the situation. Now we have to unpack the situation.
Well, we
Yeah,
don't. I
God,
mean,
there's-
unpack it any way you guys want to. Like, what
So I'd like
immediate
to attack
feelings.
it
I
in
mean,
3
this is
phases. I'd like to attack it in 3 phases. First, I would like each person's opinion, and obviously you guys in the chat with us, on
yes, please.
what went wrong, how we got here. 2, yeah,
We
she's
can't
got
see
you got your hand raised. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. I know.
You ready? Okay. 2, obviously, maybe just 2 phases. Well, actually, so 2 is the trade value worth it to you?
that's
What do
obviously
you
phase
do? You
2.
feel compensated? Do you feel compensated? Are you okay with it? And what would you have done different? So on and so forth. We'll unpack that. And then 3, going forward, how much does it affect this football team? So we'll start with phase 1. Sammy, you seemed ready. Ladies first. We like to be respectful. So how did we get here?
Egos. I really think. Okay, so
She did it in 1 word. That was
Yeah,
good.
no
I
doubt.
like it.
yes, but
Wrap
because
it
of
up. Welcome. Thanks for joining the show, guys. Have a great Thursday night.
that's
Nailed
it
it.
though. Now the way I see things though is okay. Now I am only on like episode 3 of the Jerry Jones documentary. Okay, but even from the very beginning, he loved and craved every piece of attention he could get. Like
No doubt.
he knew that Micah Parsons would be, oh my God, Jerry. Whether it was good, whether it was bad, it was Jerry, 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 Jerry. And oh my God, I bet he was so full of his name in everybody's mouth that he didn't care. One other thing I noticed from just the couple episodes, Jerry Jones has been talked down upon literally from the day he went into office. Or not went into office. Oh God, please never.
Love
The
it.
day he went into control of the Dallas Cowboys. They hated him, gotten rid of Tom Landry and then the trade with Herschel Walker. And I mean, everything just was like ripping their championship team apart. He
Yep.
didn't care. He knew what he wanted. But then you have Micah. I could talk about Jerry forever, so I'm just going to cut that right now. Micah did have an ego, but in my opinion, he was not as big-headed as Jerry. I mean, yes, he wanted his money, but he knows his worth. The fact that multiple other teams have reached out saying that he is worth what he's worth definitely shows he's worth it. He's young. He might just now be entering his prime. Like, he deserves to have the ego. He is very well deserved of it. He has taken a step back in a mature way. I haven't seen anything about his podcast. I haven't read any drama from him. So I think egos, yes, but more Jerry's than Micah's.
That's fair.
That was a lot. I'm so sorry.
No, I mean, egg, you're on fire tonight.
Oh, God. I'm mad.
Landry, you ready? You want me to take it?
How did we get here?
Yeah.
That is a beautiful explanation.
I don't know. I don't know enough. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what Jerry offered. I find it hard to believe that Jerry offered any less than 43, 44, 44 million.
Sam said it was 202.5 for
What
5
does that
years.
work
Right.
out to? What did that work out
For
to?
5 years, I do not know. I'm not.
40 and
2.5?
just over 40.
Just over 40. Well, he got paid a lot more than that. I
Yeah.
don't care. I find it hard to believe that Jerry Jones was. I guess that's what happened. They must have known what Green Bay was going what Green Bay was going to pay him, and that was a decision that no, we don't want to pay him that much. We would rather take the compensation.
But I don't understand why,
how-
because he
how
had
we got to-
control.
To not offering him $6 million more a year to keep, if it's a soap opera, you know what I mean, and it's about, we can make this team relevant just by having it would give us 2 players they like. I mean, 1 player on offense and 1 player on defense. I mean, I'll feed them Zeke down their throats so much to the point that we're at camp and there's 21 jerseys. There's more 21 jerseys, Sam, at camp this year than any other jersey somehow. Still, amazingly,
Right.
and it wasn't even a premier player for us for very long.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked about that, but that's me.
It just speaks on the fan base and the
Attachment.
numbness of it.
Oh yeah.
How did we get here? I wish I don't know, the details. I don't know. We've talked about it ad nauseum, obviously, in private up until this point, but I don't know who made what calls, when, how many. I don't know if the Dallas Cowboys talked to the Green Bay Packers for 3 weeks, and this has been ongoing. I don't know if it was a 5-minute phone call today.
Well, considering Ricky
Oh, I love
on
Ricky
Twitter,
Scoops. I was about to bring that up. That's why I started giggling.
considering he posted, I believe the Green Bay Packers have a trade to the Dallas Cowboys a few weeks ago, like a couple of weeks ago, and then yesterday posted, I believe a deal is actually getting done. They have numbers on the table, so on and so forth. And then today it happens. I have a feeling that Ricky actually knew that the deal was proposed a couple of weeks ago. And so before I unpack it and tell you exactly how we got here, I want to read something, and then I want to show you guys something. Landry, if we've got a solo, if not, it's okay. I can get it.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm just checking out a quick Packers. Why? Who cares what team? Nate, I'm with you. Like, why trade him at all? But Packers. I mean, I guess Jimmy's with you. Jimmy's with you that he really had, that he's really discussed
NFC.
that we traded him to an NFC team. Or at least we didn't trade him to Philadelphia, so we can play against him week 1 and twice a year. But honestly, there's no team. Again, there was no team. Realistically, on my soapbox, there's no team. There's no compensation. That is worth. Maybe the best player that I have seen the Dallas Cowboys draft, because we had some players now when I was young who won some Super Bowls, but I inherited them. This is a player who 2 years ago, I'm looking at it like I can't believe we have this guy for the rest of our for the next 10 years or so, and I can't believe how other teams must feel having to play against him. The idea of playing against him in 4 weeks, in 5 weeks in Green Bay. Have you come to that at the Cowboys cave, tailgate and stuff?
That's what I was about to
Can
say. The
you
one
imagine?
I'm most excited for. Yeah.
What do we have here?
It's gonna be tough.
Oh, is
So
it
I wanna-
saying that he's a good DT and then keep our hopes up? Oh, well, maybe we'll get to that if we stop. Right
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring that. I'm gonna bring the
that-
positive of this
My hopes
situation.
aren't dashed. Look, I've said that also during this whole time. We have good defensive ends with or without Micah Parsons. Amazingly, that's one position we could lose it at. And if we were going to gain a player in this instead of just draft picks, DT was a good position to gain it at.
No, we
This
just
guy
need
is
it.
better, potentially the best DT on the team.
Didn't we sign like a couple more a few weeks ago though? None
of those are
just camp
starting
bodies and
defensive
just like,
tackles
yeah.
like this.
No.
This guy-
Okay.
No, this
somewhat of a
guy's
proven
probably
commodity.
their best defensive tackle. He's
How does
he's an
Micah look?
all-pro.
You guys like how Micah looks
He's a
over
pro,
there? That
he's a Pro
green
Bowler.
and gold?
No, green is not his color. It looks like vomit.
Okay.
It
well,
does.
We'll
Yeah.
take that
I
away
want
for a
to
It
second.
does.
throw up.
So,
Get that out of here.
quote Jerry Jones, as
Yeah,
far as
you-
Micah being traded, not going to happen. Quote Michael Irvin, I can guarantee you Micah Parsons is not being traded. And then here we are today. I wanted to play this. This was really interesting. We got I don't know if you're a gamer fan or a Tim the Tatman fan, but I'm going to play this for you guys. Let me know if you can hear it. It's Tim the Tatman reacting to Micah Parsons being traded.
Cowboys, it's fries in the bag, man. We had a good, yes, that one whips. I mean, fries in the bag. Like, how are we losing Micah Parsons, arguably a top 5, if not top 3 defensive player in the NFL? I got a box. I have a box in Dallas this year. And I get to go watch my team. And I get to go watch Micah come back and probably dog walk our offense.
That makes me sick the most.
Since you brought up, that week 4 Green Bay, so on and so forth. So Tim Tatman thinks he's going to dog walk our offense. Now, how we got here, I'm going to tell you right now. Sammy killed it with egos. Jerry said, "Here's a handshake deal. Just make sure Mulligetta's on board." Mulligetta immediately said, "Bro, that's not how I do things."
And the 6 years
got
is standing out. That's why. It
of
seems
course,
to me.
the length.
That's
the
what I
length
didn't
was
know.
Obviously not agreeable. Right. The money, because the thing with the 5 years Jerry contract is the guarantee was about 180 something, which is what the full contract with Green Bay is. Now, why it's 4 years, being in control of Micah for 6, he still gets that whole 183 that he's going to make over the next 4 already in the bank. Boom. So that was kind of the compensation, as far as we're asking you to stay longer, but you're fixing to get it all up front, basically, with some added to it. And I'm sure incentives probably pushed it up to 220, 230 ish. total after the 5 years, the total 6-year total. However, like I said, Jerry said, we're going to do it this way. Michael was like, listen, that sounds good to me. I'm going to tell David. And Jerry probably at some point, I'm assuming, said David doesn't, he's going to have to agree with this because this is awesome deal. And Micah's like, I agree.
Right.
And then David goes, no, I don't. I wasn't there. That's not how I operate. Micah, and respectfully, for my business and for my future and my family and who I am as an agent, I can't do this and not even be present. That's not good. It weakens my position as an agent going forward. It's a lot of things go into it. And Micah said, okay, I'm going to respect the guy that I hired who has a family who's fighting for his business, just like Jerry is. And this is something that's typically done with all three parties. And you heard Micah say early on, I'm tired of this being done behind closed doors. I want all parties involved. I don't want to be, pushed in a corner. And we've been here. We didn't just get here. And I think, and I let time push me away from the.
Whoa. Yep.
Landry,
I was going to say, hold on a second.
Sorry.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to. Had a little reverb there. Sorry, guys. I let time push me away, and the whole Jerry talk about, he's not going anywhere, and everybody's saying he's not being traded, which is why I read you those quotes. I let time push me away from what I already knew the moment Micah wrote the letter. And I read it to Landry, and I kept doing. I was like, but dude, he doubled down. I don't want to. It happened again, Landry.
I got it. No, I got you. I got you.
I don't want to be a Dallas Cowboy anymore. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. It takes and I was explaining it to Landry that day. I was like, somebody told Micah, whether it be mentor, somebody, or even if it was just himself, he proofread it to say the statement, I no longer want to be here. I don't want to play for this team anymore. He meant it that day. That man was gone since that day. And so we didn't just get here. We've been here. And unfortunately, it's because Jerry tried to strong arm a situation like he has. He ran a smear campaign. He said bad things, not as bad as he's ran on players like Des Bryant and others, but he did start saying, he was injured last year, yada, yada. He's a leader. He's under contract. He needs to do his job, blah, blah, blah. And ultimately, egos come down to it. And I don't blame Micah Parsons and David Mulligetta for standing on their business and saying, we're not going to let Jerry Jones strong arm this situation for players like me and for agents like David moving forward. We're not going to let Jerry win this one. We just can't. And I think the tweets from 7, one last ride, those type of things, I think that everybody's known. Micah told his closest people, dog, I'm up out of here, as soon as he wrote that letter. And I think that's what we witnessed. So that's how we got here. We've been here. Micah was always gone. We were fools to believe that a contract was ever coming, unfortunately. And unfortunately, this front office has left us feeling like fools multiple times in the past couple decades. Sick. And we're all a little sick about it. Now, that's how we got here. What did we get getting here? What did we get?
A 30-year-old defensive tackle and 2 first-round picks.
Boom, boom. That's it. Nothing else. Not a third, a fifth, nothing. Just 2
nothing.
First. So we got equivalent to what they got for Khalil Mack 4 years ago. Oh, that sounds about right. I'm going to try to be positive here, and I'll segue into it since I just finished kind of the last phase of. I think Kenny Clark's probably the best DT we got on this team. He's made a Pro Bowl. He pushes Mozzie Smith off this roster, which ends up creating more money because Mozzie.
That's
I
not
don't
a
think
bad
that's
thing.
going to happen yet. I mean, I think
that
that's
has
what
to
should happen. But Jerry Jones, I heard someone say that Jerry Jones is going to stick with the fact that he is a first-round pick, and we are going to make him a first-round pick. Like, I am not wasting my first-round pick. Like, I don't know the wording on that, but that's what I've heard multiple times, and I can see Jerry
to create
Jones
the
being
roster spot. That's got to be Perrion Winfrey then, and that would be terrible because he definitely outplayed him from my eye test.
Oh, and I didn't mean anytime soon.
Preseason.
It could literally be all the way to this time next year.
Well,
but I think it happens. Also, speaking of next year, people are worried about Kenny Clark's contract. It's going up a lot. However, Green Bay is going to have themselves in some cap situations. They've just paid their quarterback. They paid some other players, and they agreed. And I don't know we're sure on the numbers yet, but they have agreed to pay a lot of Kenny's contract in this trade, from what I'm reading and what I'm understanding. Sam, you might be able to find something on that.
Those would be more of the details that would sweeten it up a little bit. When we have all of that. Go ahead.
So I believe from what I'm hearing and reading right now, thanks to Raven Buckets, is approximately 25 to 30 million is what they're going to eat on Kenny Clark's contract coming up.
Thank God,
next year when it goes up. So if that's the case, then we don't know the guy nothing this year or next year hardly. So as far as like hurting our cap, from from what we were going to pay Micah to now what we'll only have to pay for Kenny over the 2 years with Green Bay eating millions of it, it's not going to be that bad. When you think about guys you're going to have to pay, Deron Bland, Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe,
Money's there now.
George Pickens, right? You want to stay attacking, you want to stay offensive in this league, you're going to need George Pickens across from CD for more than just this year, and this is George Pickens' last year. However, agent, y'all know who George Pickens' agent is?
David Mulligetta.
Stop.
David
please,
Mulligetta.
man.
So,
But you know what? Real quick,
yep.
T. Higgins got rid of him for doing the same thing that he was doing to Micah. Push, get. And while it worked out for him and Micah, T was like, no, I don't want to be paid the most. I want to get paid and I want to stay here. So he left David, found an agent that got him what he wanted, and he was happy. So I'm not going to take that into consideration until I hear from George Pickens an opinion on his contract and things.
Yeah. No, and again, I think Jerry honestly played this one as hardball as he could, not being scared to lose Micah. I really don't, because and Landry and I were talking about it the other day, with the documentary coming out, and you look at the Herschel Walker trade and how it kind of led to, there was a bad year that next year, like we went 1-15, right? Immediately after the trade. But then what happened the next 4 years? We went 3 Super Bowls. So Jerry was looking at it like, look, if I do lose him, we're going to clear up cap space. I'm going to be able to pay other people. We're going to have multiple first-round picks over the next 2 years, and we're going to try to repeat what we did back then. We're going to trade a big player, and that's possible.
Hey,
so
when Sam said just earlier, she was talking about watching the documentary, and I wanted to just circle back to that, because that must be super interesting for you, because it's been done, from any Cowboys fan perspective, it's been done fantastically, and it's really laid it out in the best way you could. You've definitely heard of it, but they're giving it to you. They're giving me things I didn't know, so that's really been spectacular.
I love it.
Really been spectacular. But you called it. What did you call it just a minute ago? Jerry Jones and I can't remember what I was saying. Something about it being Jerry Jones's Cowboys, though. Just when you were talking about egos, when you referred to the documentary, you said the Jerry Jones. That's what it is. You said the Jerry Jones documentary, not the Cowboys documentary that came out.
Well, that's kind of how it seems so far, because it's his story of how everything got here. But I'm also, speaking of the documentary, want to change something or kind of relate to what Jimmy said. I thought the same thing, but I know we got way more out of Herschel, but I feel like that was a little bit different back then. And I'm kind of thinking, so Jimmy Johnson talked about coaching the body and the mind, how he wanted the players to be friends and support each other outside. And oh my God, shoddy. And I was like, there's no way I could compare them so fast. I've only seen 3 episodes, but the teamwork, the mind training, the hard body training, making them run after fighting. I see, I'm going to say some, because Jimmy Johnson was a fireball of holy freaking intense, just from the short I've seen. And he has no shame in admitting that. I think Shoddy's softer, but I think he has the same kind of mindset and game plan in mind as Jimmy Johnson. And the fact that this trade happened, a big blockbuster trade that broke everybody's heart, I'm like, holy crap, is history repeating itself right now?
No doubt, because I thought that just before the show started with the soap opera. Oh, we a soap opera now? Here you go. Let's drop the biggest NFL news of the season. Here we go. Get the season kicked out. Let's start the soap opera. Well, I guess
first it was Landry, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, you would think, oh, you lost Micah Parsons, ticket sales are going to go down. No, what's more interesting than the team that traded Micah Parsons a week before the season started?
Oh, never mind. I was going to say watching the team that got Micah Parsons.
Are they, though? Or are the Green Bay Packers going to be that much more exciting? I don't feel like I'm going to turn on games that Green Bay's playing because Micah plays there now.
I try to watch every game, so I will.
Early on, maybe.
I'm not going to support him.
I'll definitely be peeking in early. It'll take a minute to forget. Yeah.
So speaking of my guy Jimmy, Sammy, I got to kind of piggyback off of what you just said there with Jimmy being that kind of coach. Listen, when it comes to what Shoddy needs to go say, is I understand that was your brother. That's fine. He could be a brother every hour after practice. Every time you're on social media and you want to call him and you want to text him, that's cool. He can be your brother. When we play football, he's not here. He's not your brother. And when we play week 4, he's not your brother.
That's gonna be so hard.
Who's around in the room? These are your brothers. It doesn't matter what the front office did. It doesn't matter who's gone, who's here. Some of y'all might not be here tomorrow. We play football. We play to win. It doesn't matter if anybody, if I
We play
mention
to win.
tweets about it. I'm sorry, because Jimmy would have said, look, if I hear you
Yeah.
tweeting about Micah, if I see heartbreak emojis and stuff like that,
Emo.
we're not doing it. We're
Trade.
not going to do this whole because people want to talk about. There we go. People want to talk about the culture and how doing this can hurt the culture. I'm tired of hearing that word. I don't need a culture of I like a band of brotherhood, a band of brotherhood fighting together and all working for the same goal. But that should be every 53-man roster, regardless of the 53 men. So it's tough. We got to move forward. And Kenny Clark is going to be solid.
I have
4
a question for you
first-round draft
guys.
picks over the next 2 years is going to be a lot of talent. Go ahead, Sam.
Yes, it is. Okay, so do you think Micah will try to sack Dak? Like, do you think he could physically do that? Like, it hurts my heart to even ask, but what are we going to do if that happens? Like, it has not left my mind. I will probably shed real tears.
There's nothing to think about. He'll try to sack him 6 times. Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Well, that's just the nature of it. That gets to the professional, to the professional side of things. Hey,
everybody always has big revenge games in Dallas too. OBJ when we didn't pick him up, Earl Thomas when we didn't pick him up,
Randy Moss for not drafting him,
Randy Moss for not drafting him, Kyler Murray for not drafting him. Kills us every time he plays us. And they all call it revenge games too. T.O. tore us up. A bunch of people. So I expect Micah to get 4 or 5 sacks.
Herschel Walker did too. Yep. I'm scared.
All right.
Anyways,
I think that's it, Sam. I think you said you've got a draft at 7:00.
Yeah, it says. Well, I just got a notification that said it starts in 1 hour. So I don't know if he pushed it to 8 or what.
Well, you got people drafting in different time zones.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all I got. I mean, that's for me. That's just a pop
50
up and yeah.
Guess what? Hey, Jerry Jones is live right now on an NFL Network in a press conference.
Oh boy,
I'm scared. I don't want to hear what he has to say. He's probably going to talk about this mommy and daddy situation for the 700th time all over again, even though it's over.
Yeah, at least there's a resolution, right? I've been sitting here for the past couple of days like, wow, there's just nothing else to talk about. It's just when will we find out if he's going to play or not? He ain't going to play no more. Not for us.
The man is still the owner and GM of this team, and he needs to get up there and start from the top down. Just like I said, it's unfortunate that Micah's gone, but we're not here to talk about Micah Parsons anymore. We got 17 games coming up in 18 weeks to get it done. But he needs to go up there and say, let's move on. We've got 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years. We're going to build this football team. We're here to win games.
Okay, Jimmy Johnson sounding like Jimmy Johnson. Yeah.
Because that's what it needs to be. It needs to be all football, nothing else. But unfortunately, we're a soap opera. A fun one. It's a good one. I'll admit that.
Fun is really fun.
Been watching for a long time, every season. 30-something seasons in. Here we go.
God, here we go. You know what? I'm glad I waited until 2016. I mean, I knew beforehand I was a Dallas Cowboys fan, but I'm glad I waited until 2016 because just the horror stories I've watched from the times before I was born, oh dear God, I would have lost my mind already. I mean, I'm close, but it would have been gone.
Well, let's hope this is Herschel Walker 2.0 somehow.
Oh God,
somehow.
I still need to make the playoffs this year, though, and I think we can without with or without Micah Parsons. Are we out of here? Anybody else? Anything else?
No.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m.,
Isaiah
your
Lamb.
guy Nix joins the show. We're going to do that tomorrow. Sam, is that good with you? You good with that?
You want an update on that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. That'll give me time to figure out my winning numbers this year. My numbers. I was so close with Bo Nix last year. Like, I feel like I have a chance this year, so I'm ready.
Oh, your honors predictions?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm ready.
Well, you guys are going to hate it when I tell you that the Packers are going to be the Super Bowl champs. Anyway, that's tomorrow.
I didn't have the Packers. All of a sudden, when they got Mike, I was like, wait, does that change my opinion? Nah.
So their ratings changed to plus 1.75 in the NFC North.
Oh, God.
Or is it NFC North? Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
It'll be a little bit more to unpack tomorrow with Nick's when our feelings settle. Keep riding the wave. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what he has to say. So, all right, y'all. I'm done blabbering. I'm about to go drink some grape juice and listen to this press conference. Very responsibly.
Tomorrow,
I'm at home and not
Nick,
anywhere.
6 p.m. Central Standard.
Nobody break anything. We'll survive.
Day show. Don't break nothing. We've got to move on. Listen, remember, guys, just like Nick says, and tomorrow you'll find out, as the star turns, not as the Micah turns. So
There
if
you
you're
go.
a fan,
Yeah.
you're not jumping ship. We don't do that. That is not how you fan responsibly, but make sure you always, always, always do so. Till next time.
I'm a fan of the star we are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to the Star We Are.
Hi, this is James Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on. This is the Star We Are live.